Day morning here at Gusto TV Africa. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for what you do for us here at Gusto TV Africa. Thank you for your amazing support for this amazing community. Your likes, your shares, subscriptions, comments, everything that you do for us with the Siam. Una the work, the show. Thank you very much. Gracias muchos from our heart. We just want to say thank you. Thank you. Do not stop being amazing. Continue to support us. Tell your friends and family about what we do here on Gusto TV Africa. We have so many things to talk about today. I mean, this morning, of course, we have packed shows for you. There's going to be a midday news, and of course, it's going to be an evening news. So, guys, stick around because it's going to be quite interesting. I'm kicking off this morning, but before I do that, I will not forget. Let me know where it is that you're watching us from. Put it in the comment section. You're watching from the UK, USA, Afghanistan. You're watching from the Middle East. You're watching from Nigeria. You're watching from Benin City, Lagos, Ado Ekiti, anywhere, any part of the world that you can see me, please put in the comment section and I'll be right there to give you a very big shout. So let's kick things up real quick. Anybody who sees Davido in the past couple days will say, Kilowak, what did he find? And Davido has been spotted with the president himself, talking about His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu received in audience His Excellency Ademola Adeleke, the Executive Governor of Osun State, and Chief Adedeji Adeleke and his son, an Afrobeat star, Davido, at his residence in Lagos. If you've been following the trend, the president is in Lagos, I think for the Ileya festival or whatever. He's been in Lagos. He's been costing us a lot of traffic. But I mean, he's the number one guy. He's the 001 of Nigeria. Even though Davido, the 001, is still hanging around, lurking around the corridors, but not in the corridors of power. Because we've seen exclusive pictures, Davido chilling with the president, and everybody's saying, you were in Abuja the other day with the president. There we go again, and you are still chilling in Lagos with His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What is cooking? And if you can see the picture on your right hand, you see the president and His Excellency Ademola Adeleke, the governor of Osun, the executive governor of Osun State, and Davido's daddy, the billionaire himself, Adeleke. It's been raising a lot of concern. What's happening? This is somebody that fiercely spoke about the government, and it looks like he's dining and whining and romancing in bed with this same opposition that he criticized. Not with me talking, something that people have been talking about, especially on the street of X. But we don't know what this is about. Maybe just a courtesy visit and nothing more. Or maybe his uncle Ademola Adeleke is trying to, jump ship to the APC. He's a PDP elected governor. But, there's been a lot of jumping ship in the political scope of the country. A lot of people are jumping ship from their party to the APC and claiming to be, okay, we just want to be close to the seat of power. We just want to bring our people to the center. Is Davido's uncle going to jump ship to the APC? Remember, when he was contesting for this very revered position, Davido was one of the key persons who got the youth together to campaign for his uncle. He did win the election. They held it down. During the counting and the voting and collation and collating process, Davido was very vocal. Are we going to see his uncle jump ship to the APC? And then Davido, we're going to change mouths. They praise the same people when he criticized. Anyways, fingers crossed. And we'll definitely bring you all the news when that develops, if at all it does actually emerge to be that his uncle will jump ship to the APC. We'll see Davido there hanging with the First Lady of Nigeria, talking about Remi Tinubu, and people have just been talking. Beautiful pictures, everybody's smiling and looking really, chatty. And King Banksy says, kindly separate Davido's greatness from President Tinubu's embarrassment. They do not belong in the same sentence. One is a global icon, the other is a national burden. Mixing both is disrespectful to excellence itself. This is quite a huge political statement. I don't want to delve into it because nothing really concerns me. But guys, what do you make of this statement? And the Raw Star says, Loki, Davido has more influence in Nigeria's political scene than any of the big three artists. Quite an audacious claim, but I mean, Davido has been hanging around these guys for quite a while now. His uncle is an executive governor of an actual state, talking about Ocean State. So that kind of gives him some type of leverage. His daddy is a freaking billionaire. What you what you saying, fam? But guys, these are comments floating in from the street of X. What do you make of this? Do you think that Davido is trying to leverage and probably just shock us with some type of announcement to say, what? I'm running for a political seat. We know that a couple of his friends are interested in some political whatever, talking about Chief Priest Kubana and of course his PA as well too. So I mean, well, I mean talking about Ubi Franklin, I beg your pardon. So probably Davido wants to try to transition into politics. Hopefully that would be nice to see. I can't wait for that one to happen if it does happen anyways. But fingers crossed on that one. Now moving forward, we have Faust the bad guy. Faust the bad guy. Not so good news coming from the Faust camp because the Feast album has now been taken off Apple Music. It is currently not available for streaming. You know, there's been a lot of talk recently about DSPs moving very funny, and Apple Music has actually now been caught in that web, and False is affected. The other day was Ruger's Blown Boy Ru album getting some sort of disappearance off the platform. And this time around, we're hearing that False, the Feast album, has now been taken off Apple Music. What exactly is going on? If you can see the Feast right there is blurry because nothing to show on that side of that DSP talking about Apple Music. Well, if anybody knows what we don't know, please feed us in the comment section because we don't know what's happening. Maybe a glitch, maybe some technical, I don't know, brouhaha. I cannot tell exactly what is going on. And Bosco Ramos says, as expected, one of the worst projects of the year 2025. That is quite disrespectful. I mean, I listened to the project already. It sounds super dope. I think you should really go and listen. But coming here to discredit somebody's amazing piece of work, that is not good. That's not something we want to be doing in 2025. But I'm not saying don't criticize. I'm not saying don't critique. But please critique and criticize constructively. Razi Sign says, album to me that bro had to delete. Is that exactly what the case is? Or technical difficulties and maybe back-end issues? Fingers crossed. Files hasn't come out to say anything regarding that, but I'm sure that his team and everyone, you know, around the Files, you know, Dynasty will be working hard to get that album back to DSPs because it's a great album, in my opinion. Moving forward, we have the one and only Buju Benson. Benson has announced the Captain Tour kicking off in 2025, pretty shortly in August. So he's going to be, you know, headlining a lot of, you know, venues. The North American tour is live, and he's going to be in the Royal Boston, Union Transfer, Howard Theatre, Grenada Theatre, Club Soda, Metro, and the likes from August 22 to September 19. And everyone is asking, I don't understand. How are you going on tour? What do you want to go sing for tour? You were supposed to drop an album, or you did promise you're going to drop an album, and then we're having a tour. How are you going to mix all of these things together? But one thing I'm excited about is that Buju is back. I mean, talking about Benson, is back. You know, I'm very active in the Afrobeat scene right now, and we're looking forward to not just the album, we're also looking forward to the tour. Let's take some comments from Salimite, and it says, "No let pressure, peer pressure put you for trouble." Oh. Man, I think I understand what, you know, Salimite is saying. There's a lot of big stars dropping albums this period, and maybe everyone is just trying to prove and, you know, test their weight. And Salimite is saying, you know what, no let peer pressure put you for trouble. Oh. You guys, you try to wait for your own turn. Who says that Benson does not have an amazing crowd? Who says Benson does not have an amazing fan base? These guys are definitely going to stream the project, even if you don't stream. So, guy, just chill. And Jay Polito says we are not going to. Please, you should just whiskey the tour. It's quite interesting for me because which one be whiskey the tour? So now whiskey don't turn to the synonymous whatever of cancel. Anyways, I don't know. Don't be bringing whiskey into this kind of conversation. Nothing concern more. FCs are going to come for you, Jay Polito. Please avoid it because you are saying we're not going to. Please, he should just whiskey the tour. That means you should just cancel the tour. FCs will come for you. They will find you, Jay Polito. I can bet you on that one. And moving further down the patch, we have the most amazing Simi Sola. Simi Sola is back, and there've been conversations about her, just being very solo. She's now a mom, she's a wife, tending to a superstar, AG baby. So it kind of like gave that impression that her career had just dwindled a little bit. But talking about production, she does that amazing well, and she does help out her husband. I beg your pardon. So I think there's still something to actually hang around for and look out for. So congratulations to Simi, who has announced that I'm gonna drop a new single, and this one is going to be with Kiss Daniel, dropping this Friday. A Simi Sola and Kiss Daniel collaboration is going to be smokes. I mean, she shared exclusive snippets to the song already, and people have been thumping to it and saying, "What the actual f? This shit is hot." Well, some people think it's hot, some other people think it's trash. But let's take a comment from Bello on X. Say, this one go far. Take your flowers. See me. What I'm listening to. What am I listening to? I beg your pardon. This is mad. I'm tagging Sinisola to that one. I listened to it and I said, ooh, this is quite enjoyable. I quite like it. And Zeze says, let's have it. Simi still remains undefeated in all her collabos with male artists. Let's see how this one will go. There's a growing anticipation regarding this collaboration with Kiss Daniel. And Kiss Daniel is the king of melody and hooks. So definitely we are eating good. Mr. Prolific says, Simi, leave music for your husband. LOL. Well, Adekunle does not seem to have a problem with Simi being a wife and a mother and a musician. So you don't tell a man what to do, how to take care of his home. So please, respectfully, just try to shut up. And last but not the least, we have Maleek Berry, who has announced that his debut album, If Only Love Was Enough, is going to be out on the 13th of June, next week, Friday. We are going to eat good from an OG. Maleek Berry has been locking in the scenes for quite a while, and he's undoubtedly an OG. So we have to give him his flowers. And he said, you know what? I'm coming out of, hiatus. I'm coming out of soft retirement, and I'm definitely going to give you guys an album. And this one I titled it If Only Love Was Enough. One thing about Maleek Berry is an amazing producer, singer, songwriter, one of the best songwriters Niger has ever produced. So I'm not shocked to see that he's going to release an album. I cannot wait to see what the track list will be and the amazing features that will definitely be on this project. 13th June, keep it locked, because Maleek Berry is saying, you know what, it's time to drink nice. It's time to sip some really cool wine, because I'm coming with the heat. And for you to take the heat, you need to be chill. Well, let's take some comments on the streets of X. Frank Castle says, first time hearing about this and it's dropping on the 13th. Do proper rollout. Since you haven't dropped in years, if you flop, if we flop now, it go the vex. Well, talking about he has not been in the scene for quite a while and doing like a proper rollout. I don't know. Do you think that he does not know what he's doing? For him to make this announcement now, do you think that there are no plans to roll out this album the right way? Let everybody do what they have to do in their own style. I don't know again, no, that's what they talk these days, but that's not for me to actually decipher. Let me know in the comment section if you agree to what Frank Castle is saying. And Malik still there. Otikbe gone. Actually, Maleek Berry is still active and looking around, and OGs never die. Now, guys, wrapping up finally the news, let's take a look at some albums that we are anticipating for the month of June. And this June, it looks like we're going to really, really feast. June 12th, Olamide, the Olamide album, which obviously has now postponed to June 12th. And Mayor Kun, June 13th, still the Mayor album definitely going to drop. June 13th as well, Rick Asani is going to drop Lagos Lover Boy. And June 13th, CK the second. And of course, June 13th, also Diverse, the Warrior's Child. June 13th, again, Maleek Berry, If Only Love Was Enough. We're going to have a fantastic feast. Guys, out of this list where you don't see, which is the album that you're anticipating the most? I'm looking forward to the Olamide album, honestly. And it's been long I heard from Mayor Kun, and I cannot wait to hear what that album will sound like. As well as Rick Asani, CK, Diverse, the amazing Diverse, Maleek Berry as well. So it's going to be a fantastic feast. I cannot wait. Guys, let me know what your anticipation level is and put all that comment and thoughts in the comment box below. and I'll be right there to respond to every one of you. Guys, this is where we come to the end of the news this morning. Guys, thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate you guys. Please come again another time when we pop up pretty soon. Just keep that notification bell on because we're going to pop up soon, and I cannot wait to see you guys later in the day. And till I see you in a few hours or in a few minutes, it's Paul Way signing out. Peace.